New at 11 tonight, two would-be customers are very upset that local Apple stores refuse to sell them products after hearing them speak a foreign language. Channel 2's Amy Napier-Viteri is live in Alpharetta with why Apple is saying that it had to turn them away. Amy.
Justin, I spoke with two people, both of them U.S. citizens, who say they went to two different Metro Atlanta Apple stores, including the one here at North Point Mall. They say employees turn them away from buying iPads and iPhones after hearing them speak in Farsi. Apple says they're just following company and U.S. policy.
Very hurtful, very embarrassing. I actually walked out in tears.
Sahar Sabet is a U.S. citizen. Like most 19-year-olds, the UGA student is never far from her iPhone. So she was surprised Thursday when an employee at the Apple store inside North Point Mall refused to sell an iPad to her and her uncle after overhearing them speaking Farsi.
I'm from Iran, he said. I just can't sell this to you. Our countries have bad relations.
I would say if you're trying to buy an iPhone, don't tell them anything about Iran.
Zach Jafarzadeh had a similar experience at the Apple store in Perimeter Mall. He was helping a friend buy an iPhone. That friend was from Iran, living and studying here on a visa.
We never talked about him going back to Iran or something like that. I mean, he was just speaking.
We went with Sabet to the North Point Apple store Monday. We took this iPhone video of the same employee repeating the policy. He reiterated it always will be not to sell to anyone from Iran. A manager showed us Apple's policy. It says the exportation, sale, or supply from the U.S. to Iran of any Apple goods is strictly prohibited without authorization by the U.S. government. The manager also tells me they have to rely on customers to be honest.
Discrimination, racially profiled. He didn't have any business asking me what country I was from.
Jafarzadeh, who is from Virginia, says no one asked him where the phone was going. The employee only questioned his ethnicity.
I feel like this is a bit of racial profiling, I mean, against Iranians, and I mean, I'm appalled.
Sabet tells me she finds the policy confusing because it doesn't seem to be consistent. She says she called someone with corporate customer relations, and that employee apologized and told her she could purchase the iPad online. A spokesperson with the U.S. State Department tells me it is illegal to travel with a laptop or satellite cell phone to Iran without government authorization. However, she says she's not familiar with Apple enforcing that law. Live in Alpharetta, Amy Napier-Viteri, Channel 2 Action News Nightbeat.
So, Amy, let's be clear here. You're saying this is a State Department policy of the United States government, and they're pushing that down onto Apple.
It's unclear whether the State Department has asked Apple to participate in this. The U.S. does have an embargo. They have trade sanctions with certain countries like Iran, Cuba, North Korea. But it's unclear. Apple would not give us an official statement on what they're doing or why. They simply pointed us to their policy.
It will be interesting to see if we get more stories like this one. Amy, thank you very much.